E.Cattn here. E.Cattn. Relationships are relationships. How I see it, I reckon men don't have to marry women and women don't have to marry men. It's a whole bunch of wickedness out there. It's a whole bunch of devils out there. When men are with women, what are they seeking? When women are with men, what are they seeking? Are they looking to build with each other? Are they looking to learn from and with each other? Who's looking to come up? Who's looking to use? There's a lot of men out there, they're looking to hold material things over a woman's head. Like dangling money over her head, dangling sex over her head, dangling the material things that she's seeking. There's a lot of women out there that'll get a man pussy whipped. Her thing is to pussy whip him, to con him with her pussy, into doing favors, doing things for her that she needs materially. Farthest what I see and what I know of, the average woman of the day, she wants a provider, not a teacher. And if she has not had a male father in her life, well, the man that she will be with, he won't only be her husband, he won't only be her man, he won't only be her lover, he will also be her father figure. So what she didn't get to do with her father, she's gonna get out of him. Likewise for that man that she chooses, if he was raised by women and not men, he'll be a man. He may get his manhood from the streets, running with his friends that he call his boys, or his mama's house that he call his crib. There's a lot of things at play. There's a lot of things that's gonna be taken to heart. But the main thing is, how can you make ends meet with an individual that just wants to use you? How do you make ends meet with a person that's just dangling materialistic things in your face? Material things can be broken, bought, and rebuilt again over and over. To play with a person's emotions is never good. Because with men, we're physical. It's all physical. With women, it's that mouthpiece. Don't hurt her with your hands. Don't whoop him with your mouth. But if she whoop you with her mouth and you're not touching her with your hands, you pussy whipped all the way. If you whoop her with your hands and she not whooping you with her mouth or her hands, then you know there's something wrong with you as a man. There's a lot of men that have mommy and daddy issues. There's a lot of women that have mommy and daddy issues. A lot of women, they'll put their own daughter out the house before they put their own son out. They'll teach their daughter to be tough and strong and to not need a man for anything except for to have a baby with and to get a provider. But the moms will teach their sons, they will try to convince their sons to stay inside, to not be outside. And the boy should be outside to get the experiences of a man is what he needs. The mom will convince him to try to be with a woman that reminds him of the women of his family, like his mom or his sister. So in other words, when a boy is a man, he's going to go after the women that was raised by a woman that taught that woman to not need a man. So if the woman that he's with is telling him, you can't do nothing for me that I can't do for myself, that's where it's all fucked up at. You have a woman who was raised by the women in her family, and they're telling that girl, it ain't nothing the man can do for you what you can't do for yourself. And that's how she's raised. But it's a bunch of men that were raised by women, and they're getting them to depend on the women that don't need a man. So the man that's raised by all women, he's fucked up mentally, spiritually. Most men you come across that were raised by women, 2 or 3 things you notice about them. Because they were raised by women, they know how to cook and clean for themselves. And they know how to respect women. They have mood swings and attitudes, just like their mamas and their sisters, because they watch them argue and gossip about other women. So now that boy is a grown man, so he gossips about women and men. When he fights like a woman. He throws windmills. If he does know how to fight like a man, it's from the friends, his male friends that are men, who he learned that from, or from TV. The girl that's now a woman that was raised by a man, she's lightweight, still a tomboy. She prefers to wear pants, not dresses or skirts or high heels. The battle of the sexes is wild. Then you have a lot of women out there that'll say, if he can change a tire, I can change a tire. And I run into women sometimes and they say, if I sleep around, I'm a hoe. But if he sleep around, he not. Things are different for women than they are for men. And some things that are different for men that are totally different for women. Why would she want to be to the equivalence of a man? If he changes a tire, why should she want to change a tire? It's like a lot of women you see out there, they're always in competition with other women. And that's in them. Now they're not only in competition with women, they're in competition with men. He can wear pants, I can wear pants. And when they say shit like that, what they don't realize is because of them saying shit like that, they're raising boys to think like that. Now that that boy is a man and he's raised by women, guess what? Now he's turning around saying dumb shit like, well, they can have a baby. I want to try to have a baby out of my body. Him spitting his sperm into her egg ain't enough. He wants to be a transsexual now. Now he's ready to have an operation to split off his dick and make it into a pussy. To a vajayjay, to vagina. What's going on? I run into men in my life and they turn around and say, I didn't just start being gay, it's not a fad to me. They'll turn around and say, I've been like this my whole life, since I was born, since I was a child. Now, I'm not doubting any man that. I'm not doubting the men that. My only question would be is, what kind of foods and beverages were their mothers drinking? Because the water is laced with atrazine. The food is laced with a bunch of steroids and hormones. They putting shit in the water and they putting shit in the food that's gonna make a boy want to be like a woman. It's gonna want to make a girl be like a man, be like a boy. But when you say these things, is what I'm saying, they'll turn around and they will not think. The men will get emotional and think with their heart, just as their mother. Same thing with the women. They will think with their heart and not with their mind. It will be all the way illogical and all the way emotional. Did you hear me? I've been this way all my life. Yeah. What was your mother eating when she was pregnant with you for the 9 months? Does your mother know what astrazine is? And they'll say, what the fuck is astrazine? It sounds like a toothpaste. Nope, go look it up. And they won't even go look it up. I don't mess with gay men. There ain't no gay men in my life. And when their son comes out the closet and says that he's gay, the same woman in this family that said that shit is wrong and they going to hell, now they turned around and they not only accepted their child as being gay or being a transgender, now they don't even bring up the shit about you going to hell. Even though hell is Helios, something that the church made up to keep people in fear. The church is ruling people by fear. You're gonna go to hell. You're gonna go to hell. When you research, hell is half of the name of an old city, Helios. It's real dangerous, especially if you are the person that does not like to read and you don't have reading comprehensions. You're gonna fall for it. You're gonna be on your knees begging and praying for forgiveness, and that's not gonna be enough. You're gonna go to your first communion and all of that shit. You're going to run to that church. You're going to run to that Christian church. You're going to run to that Baptist church. You're going to run to that Catholic church. You're going to run to that cathedral. And you're going to go in that confession booth and you're going to say, you're going to do this. Father, forgive me for I have sinned, art thou, we always are. Who is this man that you calling your father? Who is he? Who art thou? You're going outside of yourself to temples built by man's hands. Remember when mama say, you get in your fight, you protect your temples. This temple and that temple. To get to the creator is between the temples in your brain. Once you know yourself spiritually and you know your soul, once you know the Torah Tanakh and you know it in and out, then your chakras will be open because you'll know. But if you don't know and you just following the traditions of granny and mom and them, you got a rude awakening coming. E.Cattn. I'm out for right now.